Our first speaker for tonight is the distinguished Toastmaster, Jonathan Goossen. Jonathan gave 2 speeches early this year about his celiac journey. A celiac diagnosis, like any other serious medical issue, is a very scary experience. Where the previous speeches were factual with humor to enlighten, today's speech will be an entertaining fictional story based on real events. Jonathan is giving a 3 to 5 minute speech on the presentation mastery path. He is using the Connect with Storytelling project to present a speech titled My Celiac Journey, the Nightmare. Please join me in welcoming distinguished Toastmaster Jonathan Goossen as he entertains us with My Celiac Journey, the Nightmare.
Hello? Yes, doctor. You got my biopsy results. Oh, great. I have celiac disease. Sounds fun. What? I have to go gluten-free immediately, and that will give me 6 months to 2 years to live. Isn't there a cure? No? Well, how did I get it? You want me to go online, research celiac disease and gluten-free, and go gluten-free immediately? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone else who has gotten a bad news of a bad illness. I went online. I looked up celiac disease. Oh, that's a nasty skin disease. That's another nasty skin disease. Am I going to be getting these things? Oh no. Oh wait. Only if I am not absorbing the nutrients I need for that. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, there is no cure. I just have to eat gluten-free. I went through my house and I pulled out all the food that had gluten in it. I piled it up and I loaded it into my car, and I made 2 trips to the local food shelf, getting rid of anything that had gluten in it. Okay, then I went to the store and I got some gluten-free food. Luckily, I did not have to turn in all the toilet paper in my closet. I have a closet full of toilet paper. I stock up on everything. Restocked up on gluten-free food, and I started a gluten-free diet. Then, after 30 days, I met with the physician's assistant, and she was shocked. I was the first person she'd ever met that knew that gluten was a poison for people with celiac disease. But she had to run a full set of blood tests for all the different nutrients. Turned out I was missing vitamin D. So it's very critically low. Put me on 50 million units of vitamin D per day and had me get a bone density test. I have osteoporosis throughout my body. She says that if I have any gluten, I could wind up with brittle bones and I'll just crumble all to pieces. Okay, well, I'm gluten-free, things are going fine. Until one Sunday. Just got done with a district conference, had breakfast with my friends, and I get home and I'm starting to feel a bit tired. The next day, Monday morning, I wake up and I've got the flu real bad. Oh, it hurts. I can hardly move. It takes me 6 hours. I finally get my phone and call for an ambulance. They get me to the emergency room. And I wind up being told I have bad case of the flu, except the next morning, most of the symptoms are gone. I said, oh, it's not the flu. And I said, well, I think it was something I ate. Well, it's about to get food poisoning. Well, after another day, they said, well, it's not food poisoning. Oh, you have celiac disease. Well, they did a blood test and found out that I had gluten in my bloodstream again. I had been glutened by the restaurant. Okay, so that was fine. No more restaurants, period. So I started back on everything I had to do myself. A few years later, I wind up falling into walls, and turned out I had badly injured my ankle, and I had my allergies kick in and wasn't getting enough sleep, and we thought it was lack of sleep. Got that taken care of in 7 months, and I'm back up and going, but then I'm starting to fall into walls again. The doctor then started looking at other causes. Found out I had gluten in my bloodstream again. Oh no, how'd that get in there? I wound up buying a gluten test lab for $50,000. It cost $10 to do a test on one food item. I started testing all the food before I ate it. I started spending 8 hours a day testing my food 7 days a week. This is ridiculous. I've got a full-time job just testing my food. But I'm alive. It's now been 10 years since I was first diagnosed. And I learned about exercise and karate to help with bone density. And my last biopsy, I was told I have 3 times normal density. So it's been 10 years since diagnosed. I'm still alive. Bone density, triple density. My conclusion, if I avoid gluten, I will live forever, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Jonathan.